Welcome back to the PSN Commanders Network. It's your boy Tone K Tech. I am back with another live stream. If I get told already, God, for God's right now, God's open doors and paid me for Almighty Lord Jesus Christ and pray me today video. I'm here about the Washington Commanders. If I get too far into it, I do want to apologize for no Week 18 preview. Honestly, bro, I want to film it, bro. I ain't gonna, I'm just not feeling it. I feel gonna win this game. It's gonna piss me off, and I am kind of mad about it. But nevertheless, I do apologize about that, though. It's not cool of me, and I will have all the live streams I've scheduled. I will adhere to them, and I will do them. And I will hop on for every live stream I have scheduled for. So we'll talk about it again. Forgive me for that. But yeah, that's that. Yeah, but here was the final post game stream of the 2025 regular season. And we did beat the Eagles 24-17. Quick verse of the day before I forget. That can't forget about the verse of the day. It's always just on this channel. Also something very important to me. Psalm 27 verse 4 says, "For only thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek. May I dwell in the house of the Lord in all the days of my life, and to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and seek him in his temple." That's today's verse of the day. Let's get right into today's live show. So, the Commanders beat the Eagles 24-17. Eagles did see a lot of starters. They did play Devontae Smith for a little bit. He did get 1,000 yards, and they set him down the rest of the game. A bunch of Tanner McKee, Jahan Dotson, Grant Clattatera, Fred Jackson, Tank Bigsby, a bunch of back. The Bennett kid, Kelly Ringo, all that. And they couldn't do nothing with Terry McLaurin, by the way. Terry McLaurin was tearing them boys a new one. And Debo had made a couple plays here and there. Traylon Burks made a couple of catches. But I like to see, we really want to see the young guys for real. Johnny Newton was getting pressure all day as well. He just didn't get home with a sack, but he did get a lot of pressure on Tanner McKee in this game. I'll say Josh Johnson was okay. He did have 2 turnovers. He had the fumble, and then he did throw a nasty interception. He was all right. Like I said, I didn't want him to play well. I didn't want to win this game, so he was okay though. He wasn't terrible per se. This game just sucked. There's a bunch of backups on top of backups. One of Commander side too. Don't get it wrong. We played a bunch of backups as well. We had third string quarterback in the game. Traylon Burks was in the starter going to the season. Ben Simmons was in a week 1 starter. No Larry Tunzel. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't play a bunch of starters ourselves as well due to injury, but it was the backup bowl. And the Commanders won the backup bowl 24-17. Not impressed by anything for real. Traylon Burks made a couple of flashes. He caught a couple passes, like I said. Johnny was getting pressure on the quarterback. Bill was C-Raw was better than Bill today. I wish they gave Bill a chance to get that 9th touchdown, which will have been leading all rookies in touchdown rushes from all rookie running backs, but he's never got in the end zone, which sucks. John Bates caught a touchdown today. I don't care about that. John Sitting caught a touchdown today, gets more momentum going to the offseason. We won a useless game. We're sitting at the 7th pick in the draft, which is still cool. Still got a top 10 pick in the draft. We can still get a really good impact player. Caleb Downs, maybe a David Bailey if he slips. Maybe a Ruben Bain Jr. But nevertheless, this was not an impressive performance. We'll look at the what's his face? Box score. I'm sorry, couldn't think that. Even when this team wins, I'm not happy. It sucks. I don't want this game. So mad we won this game. So angry we won this freaking game. So like, why would you win this game? We need the draft position. Trade back crowd, all that's dead, unfortunately now. So, but nonetheless, let's look at the full box score. Let's talk about it. Um, yeah, Bill was in good stead. He was actually pretty bad. Josh Johnson went 14 for 22, passing 131, a touchdown and an interception, pass rating 76. Rushing yards were distributed as follows. Chris Rodriguez had 16 carries for 65 yards and touchdown, averaging 4.1 yards a carry. Josh Johnson had 9 attempts for 45 yards, including a 1 yard touchdown run that did give the Commanders the lead late in the game. He has 5 yards to carry. Kelly Ringo made a mistake on that, by the way. Kelly Ringo should have went after Josh Johnson. He was part of that got the first, part of got the end zone, part of lost some yardage, but business. DeCory Krosky Merritt had 13 attempts for 29 yards, 2.2 yards per carry. This is Bill's worst game of the season. Not even close. Like the worst game of the season. Jeremy Nichols 1 for 3 and Debo 72 for 1. Receiving yards went as follows. Terry McLaurin had 4 targets for 57 yards. He got interfered with a couple times too. Got a couple times. He just couldn't do nothing with him. Debo had 2 for 20 on 5 targets. Debo wasn't great today either. But you only got 130 Josh Johnson, so you weren't going to get much receivers. 1 for 18 for Chris Rodriguez, 2 for John Bates, 2 for 13 for John Bates. That includes a touchdown. 2 for 12 for Treylon Burks off 4 targets. 1 for 8 with Jeremy Nichols, have been 2 for 3 for Ben Sinnott. Debo did fumble, recovered his own fumble. Congratulations to Bobby Wagner as well. He did get 2,000 tackles for his career. Corey Crosby Merritt did fumble, recover. I think that was Holman. And then a fumble loss for Josh Johnson, fumble recovery for Josh. Probably that Jacory fumble, Bill fumble. And then 1 interception. That was from 1 All-Pro Revo. Bobby Wagner did get the 5 tackles to get 2,000 in his career. Shout out to Bobby Wagner. Did get to 2,000 career tackles. Mikey Sanders still did have 1 PBU, which is a pretty good PBU on the 3rd and 8. 6 tackles and 3 solo. Jeremy Reeves had 6 tackles, 5 solo, 2 PBUs, and an interception. Jeremy Reeves played very well today. Jonathan Jones is pretty solid as well with 7 total tackles. Wagner had 5 tackles. John Payne had a sack, which was the easiest sack of his life. TFL, 4 tackles. Javon Kittle had 4 tackles in the TFL. Jordan McGee had 4 tackles, 3 solo. Noah Benavi also had a technical sack on Tanner McKee as well, while Miller had the sack that pretty much sealed the game for the Commanders. Frankie Lee was okay. He got some pressure on Tanner McKee in good situations. He had 1 tackle. Jake Moon 1 or 2 on field goals, 3 on extra points. He did miss a 24-yard field goal, which is absolutely terrible. But he did make a 56-yarder later on in the first half. So, as bad as that 24-yard miss was egregious as heck, he did make a 56-yarder. Treylon Burks had 1 kickoff return for 22 yards. And River Craycraft was terrible. All right, so that was that for the box score. Eagles, Tanner McKee 121 for 40 for 240 for 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Tank Bigsby went 60 for 75 in the touch. And Devontae Smith has 1,000-yard season. And our old buddy Jahan Dotson had 3 catches for 40 yards off 8 targets. And Darius Cooper had 3 catches off 33 yards and 5 targets. So Glenn Cattateri had a touchdown catch. Kelly Ringo did have a forced fumble, was recovered by we'll come by Devo. I'll talk about drafting a little bit. I'm gonna get to your question one second. I see you, the Kingman 21. I see your comment. I'll get to you in one moment. This game sucked. We should have not won this game. I'm so mad we won this game, man. I'm so angry. I don't know why we won this game. So angry we won this freaking football game. I don't know why I put the headphones on. But yeah, I don't know why we won this game. So mad about it. But finished 5-12. After start 3-2, we ended the season 2-10 after starting 3-2. Which ends your season at a 5-12 record, an inverse of 12-5 from last year. Very a lot of parallels here. Picking seventh in the draft. We'll get to the draft now. Speaking of that, the Kingman 21 asks, what number do you think McCollum will be in the draft? I think McCollum will be a top 15 pick. Probably maybe in the top 10. This is depending on who wants who. Top 10 to 15 pick, but McCollum will go. Oh, he would not be in the third round. You might as well just kiss that goodbye. That kid's definitely a first round pick. Like Makai Lemon is phenomenal. Now the Surratt kid out of Indiana, he's a possibly in the third round, but I just don't think we're going to draft a receiver in a third straight draft from Adam Peters. I think we are gonna resign De'Ami Brown, man. We're gonna resign De'Ami Brown. I think he served a purpose here. I think Cliff ain't going nowhere. I do want to talk about that very briefly tonight as well, because this game sucked. There's no need to talk about this game for too long. The Broncos do have the number 1 seed now in the AFC playoffs. That's interesting. So a lot of people are mad about it. So, what do y'all think about this team winning this game? Y'all mad about this? Are y'all angry about it? Like, I'm gonna read some comments that I do see on X real quick. Just talk about why people are mad about this. Do not buy that as a culture building win for the Washington Commanders. Barely managed to beat Eagles third stringers in the season where they lost 12 games and had a 8-game winning streak and a 9-game winning streak. We gotta kind of be a little bit more, technical correct over here. Could end up with changing both coordinators and overturn half their roster. Sure, they're not playing for the draft pick. Ultimate pick to correct is pretty minimal, but not buying any piece. Thank you all. Not buying any important moving team going forward. Josh Taylor FB shout to Josh Taylor from AZ Sports Commanders. He responds to thank you, LOL. Yeah, Mark Day Billy badge for our own third stringers. Payne, Kinlaw, Wagner, Luvu, Sam Still, Harrison, McLaurin, Debo stars our third stringers. I understand that as well, but they started our third string quarterback, which we did start third string quarterback. Important for each player and coach individually. It's a morale win too for the head coach, pulling a bunch of guys who shouldn't be playing at all. Wins it's a good thing. Take it for what it is. They fought the hardest in the last quarter of the season, though. That's some proof that they respect DQ. Which I say that, like at least we know that DQ has not lost his locker room. Which is the only good thing I'll say about this win is that DQ still has his locker room. He still has his locker room intact. He still has the pulse of his locker room, which is great to see. But I'm still mad we won this game because we need a top 5 pick. I wanted David Bailey, and I were probably not going to get him. But at the end of the day, for real, there are good edge rushers in free agency. So at the end of the day, you can sign a Jalen Phillips if the Eagles do not tag him. I don't think they can afford to tag a Jalen Phillips. So you have a chance to get him. I think that'll be a good get, right? And he's playing very well, Vic Fangio's scheme, which is also kind of facetious because it is Big Fangio, but nonetheless, he's playing very well. He played very well for the Miami Dolphins when healthy as well. You can go get a Trey Hendrickson too. He's a little older. Oh no more old people. Oh, no more old guys. Chill out, dude. It's not the end of the world. Like, it's fine. I think getting a Trey Hendrickson's not a bad idea either. Well, you can get a third round edge rusher too, as well. I think re-signing Jacob Martin would be great as well. That's great depth. So I know we're gonna lose. We're gonna probably lost a chance at David Bailey. Cassius Howe's awesome. Shoot him. Maybe grab at 7, or if you want to, trade back and some more draft capital, you maybe can do that as well. I think the trade back thing is kind of dead. Kind of no man's land at 7. Like, unless like a Cardell Tate is there, something like that, you might have a chance to be able to trade back with somebody. But I'm never the biggest fan of the trade back thing, especially you need elite talent. Just get the elite player and move on with your life. We just need elite talent. So, oh wow, McCollum is your cousin. Wow, okay, that is interesting. Well, you definitely should know he's a first round pick then. That's your cousin. You know you're a first round pick. You know you're a first round pick, bruh. Come on now. You know you're a first round pick. I know you're a first round pick, and I ain't his cousin. So you know he's a first round pick. But nonetheless, it's gonna be a long off season, guys. Especially this whole Cliff Kingsbury rumor. Diane Rossini dropped yesterday, talking about that is a disconnect between Adam Peters and Cliff Kingsbury. I think it's some cap to that. I do think there are some slight disconnects with them, though, especially maybe the uses of a guy like Ben Sinnott, and also a guy like Traylon Burks and things of that nature. Maybe the utilization of those guys could be the small disconnect. I do think it's a disconnect, but I don't think it's huge as Diane Rossini was commenting about or like talking about. I can see some slight disconnects, especially the way that they're using Ben Sinnott and the way I think Adam Peters wants that guy to be utilized. He is a second round pick, as a guy he did draft, so he is probably some disconnect there with that. Also maybe the lack of Jaden Daniels under center could also be a part of that disconnect. So we'll see how that goes. I think Cliff will be back here unless you can upgrade clearly. You get Kevin Stefanski, which I think a lot of people shot Tim from Tim Sports Talk in his Discord was arguing about Kevin Stefanski earlier. Well, arguing might be a little facetious. But we was talking about Kevin Stefanski, like, oh well, yeah, he had Baker and they still suck. Da, 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 da. I think he's pushed the door in some good positions, for real, for real. They don't have a lot of talent in Cleveland. There's not a Terry McLaurin. There's not a Jaden Daniels. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Kevin Stefanski would be a great fit here, actually. If Cliff is gone. Mike McDaniel was not getting fired in Miami, so y'all can stop the whole Mike McDaniel getting fired. And if he does get fired, he's going to get hired by somebody else. And I truly believe that Cliff Kingsbury could get hired by another team. So we might have to prepare for life without Cliff regardless. If, his contract does expire. This is last day of his contract. He will be a free man starting tomorrow. So are we going to renew that contract to be our offensive coordinator? Or are we going to move on and try to find greater passion on the other side? One question there. Who's your DC? I think Cliff will be back here, though. I honestly do believe that. So I'm not too concerned about that. But I am concerned about the Joe Witt thing. He's good as God. I think the most he'll get out of this is a demotion to secondary coach. I think he'll either be in the building as the secondaries coach or he's just fired completely. But he will not be the defensive coordinator. I will tell you that today, right now, on September 4th of 2026, he will not be the defensive coordinator of the Washington Commanders next year. You can book that now. Right now. But when we just, now I ain't gonna lie. If tomorrow Kevin Stefanski gets fired and Jim Schwartz is also canned, sign me up. Cliff, you can go to the Titans. You can go to the Giants. Go find your head coaching job. Kevin Stefanski, bring that behind here, boy. Bring your narrow peanut head looking self over here. Come on. Come on. Come on, Kevin. Come on, Dad. Jim Schwartz, you too, buddy. Come on. Come on. Let's get this done. Let's get these contracts done ASAP. 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 All TI, by the way. Let's go get that done. But I do think it'll be Cliff Kingsbury and Jim Schwartz if it's not Kevin Stefanski. But if not Cliff Kingsbury, I think it'll be Kevin Stefanski or something like that. Someone of that ilk. Being the offensive coordinator that year for our Washington Commanders. But yeah, I said I ain't talking about that game no more. I'm on to the off season, a bunch of off season content on the way. I do have a mock off season dropping for you guys this week. I'll have some 10 things that the Commanders did do this season. It did well that I think need to continue into next season. And I think that we'll need Cliff Kingsbury in the continuity in order to do these 10 things. A lot of them are offensive, by the way. And I think I'm gonna drop another video later on this week. 10 things that the Washington Commanders cannot do next season in order for them to be successful. So I have a couple of list videos for you guys. I have a who should we keep, who should we not keep type of thing tomorrow as well. Or this week. I got a bunch of other videos too. I have a mock off season, the first mock off season of the 2026 off season. That will be dropping on this Friday. I'm also going to have a Commanders roundtable sometime this week. I might have to reschedule it due to me having disciple time, my discipler, God, Jesus Christ first on this channel and also my general life. And I do have a Bible study with a gentleman tomorrow at 7:30. So with all that being said, it'll be kind of tough for me to do that roundtable earlier in the week. So I'll contact these guys to see if we can do it later on in the week. God willing, we can do that later on in the week. That would be great. In Jesus' name. But if not, I'll try to navigate around. It might be tomorrow at 9, or it might be Tuesday at 9 or something like that. Tuesday at 9:30. But I'll try to see what these guys talking about. And I'll try to get my guy John Dowd from Ballin' Burgundy to do the thumbnail for us, so we can go ahead and get that thing on rolling, man. Try to get some big dogs on here. Try to get some big dogs on here as well. Might be a 5-man round table, kind of small, but will be fun. And we get close to the draft, I'll have another draft round table where we have like a mock season off round table. I'll try to have one of those in January, one in February, one in March, and then one in early April right before the draft. So we can all, get as many guys' opinions as possible on this channel about the 2026 NFL draft for our Commanders. And we'll go from there. So that's kind of like a little sneak peek of how the offseason is going to look for y'all. I have a mock free agency every week, including the mock offseason 1.0. So you guys will get a mock free agency every week. It'll be a different theme, a different type of plan every week until the first week of March. So you'll probably get about 8 mock free agencies from me. I will start doing mock drafts right behind them. So it'll be a mock draft. It'll be a mock free agency on a day. Then next it'll be a mock draft. So you guys get a full mock off season 1.0 and 2.0. You might not get a 3.0. You might get a 3.0. Just depending on how fast we hire a coordinator for the defensive side of football. You might want to get one. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, that's pretty about it. I don't much will say about this game. But I will get to this off-season content for you guys. I'll contact these content creators and see if they want to go ahead and do the roundtable tomorrow on Tuesday. I will have an update for you on my community tab as well as the thumbnail. So you guys can check that stuff out as well on my community tab. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. Hit the hype button, hype up these live streams and videos so we can get this thing rolling. Goal is 10,000 subscribers this year, guys. So let's try to get there. We had a bunch of growth last year. We went from about 3,300 subscribers to about 7,300 now. So let's try to go ahead and hit this next milestone of 10K this year. I need all you guys' support. Looking to hit 1 million views on the channel this year as well. So let's go ahead and please like these videos, watch these videos, hit and just watch them entirely for the watch hours. Very appreciate that. That means a lot. Watch these shorts because I'm a bunch of shorts for you guys, bunch of draft prospect shorts, stuff like that, for the whole offseason. So you will get a bunch of shorts from me. And then we drop draft picks. We'll go ahead and talk about those as well, like we did last draft. I will have a draft party. We'll have an NFL draft party as well. Trying to figure out a venue. Cause my birthday's around the draft, so it'll be my birthday present for me, myself, and I. So I'll try to find a venue that is respectful, because I'm not trying to deal with a bunch of ratchetness and foolishness. I don't have time to be walking in a house full of sin. I'll be honest with you guys. But I want someone that people can have fun at, have a good time, talk a little trash, kick it, but also be respectful. You know what I'm saying? So I will have those details for you guys. That I have some time off to go ahead and go do those things. I'm also be dropping merch sometime in February, so be on the lookout for that. I'm going to go ahead and hit the guy up that I want to do the merch with, and then we'll talk about those things. I good jazz. So a bunch of stuff on the way. Going to be a fun off season. Also we'll be starting a new channel. Very very soon. It'll be a more general channel. I'm looking to get a logo and all that stuff. So got stuff planned for you guys, and should be a fun off season for us as Commanders fans, and for myself as well as all you guys as general NFL fans. So like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Love you guys. Comment your thoughts on this one. Final post game live on the channel for the 2025 season, as the Commanders do finish 5-12 with a 24-17 victory over Tanner McKee and the Philadelphia Eagles. At the Philadelphia Eagles do not get the 2 seed, they will be going on the road to face the 6 seed, which will probably be the Green Bay Packers on the road. I think it is the Green Bay Packers. Let me double check that. Don't want to be wrong. Yeah, so hopefully we can do that as well. Yeah. I'll look for the 6 seed. Sorry. For the 6 seed. Do this playoffs real quick. Okay. So the Raiders got the first pick in the draft, which is cool. Jaguars did win the AFC South, breaking the Texans for 4 straight division wins for them in the 4 straight seasons they had as well. The Broncos do have the number 1 seed in the AFC playoffs. I'm trying to see who has a 6 seed in the NFC playoffs. Okay, I know the Niners have the 5th seed. What they had the 5th seed out there? Oh, they'll play the Niners. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. So the Eagles will think they'll play on the road in the divisional round. They'll play the Niners at home to start the playoffs, and then they will go on the road if they have to get to a Super Bowl. Win 2 straight road games after they face the Niners in November. So we did do the rest of the league a favor by putting the Eagles out the 2 seed, so they won't have 2 straight home games. They will have to go on the road twice in order to get to the Super Bowl. I don't think they will. They could go home as early as wildcard weekend. We'll see how that goes. Should be fun. I'll be also hopping on here for the playoffs as well. Talking about the games that's going on. So you want to watch that stuff as well. Appreciate that. Appreciate that as well. Should be fun. It should be a fun offseason. We'll do the playoffs together. Probably do a Super Bowl live stream. Maybe like a live Super Bowl party when I have you guys hop on. We talk about the game together and all that. I'll have the logistics for all you guys soon. But yeah, that's going to do it for tonight's video. I'm going to get to the off-season content I do want to do done with you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Like, comment, subscribe, have a good one, and comment your thoughts. And hail to Washington Commanders and Dubskis. One more victory Monday. Yes. Hail to the Commanders. Hail victory. Imam Mary won the game. Fight for our Commanders. Fight for ODC. Until next season, hail to the Washington Commanders. We will not see our boys for 7 months. It sucks. But nonetheless, I hope JD5 bounces back. I hope we get healthy. I hope we can improve this roster. And we can really compete for this NFC East and for the NFC title.